Did you know you're actually paying for Trump's tariffs twice? And I'm going to talk about soybeans here. I know, stay with me though. So here's what's happening with the Chinese tariffs. Tariffs hit 145% on Chinese goods, but American companies pay the tariffs, not China, and then the American companies pass that cost on to you. And economists have found that consumers bear almost 95% of tariff costs through higher prices. That's strike one. Now, meanwhile, China has completely stopped buying American soybeans. I told you I'd get there. Zero, zilch, not a single shipment since May. Last year, China bought $12.5 billion worth of soybeans from the Americans. That's half of all U.S. soybean exports. Now farmers are drowning. It costs them about $11 to grow a bushel, but they're only getting about $9 or $10 per bushel, so they're literally losing money on every soybean crop grown in America. Farm bankruptcies are the highest they've been since 2021. So where's China buying their soybeans from? Brazil. They exported about 2.5 billion bushels to China this year alone. And Argentina, too. If you're paying close attention, you know that we bailed out Argentina lately with $20 billion in aid, and they immediately turned around and sold massive amounts of soybeans to China, which China would have been buying from us. Wait, there's more. Now the United States government is planning another $10 to $14 billion American farmer bailout using our tax dollars. We already gave American farmers $10 billion in March. That's your tax dollars. That's strike two. So you're paying higher prices at the store for tariffs, and you're funding bailouts to American farmers who are hurting from the tariffs, and China is just buying from South America instead of American farmers. And then what happens? Well, we permanently lose the soybean market. So comment below. Does it make sense? Or wait, what? If you need me to explain who's actually winning here, I will. Spoiler, it's Brazil, Argentina, and China. Not U.S. farmers, not U.S. taxpayers. You can follow me, Sue O'Connell. I'm a commentator, and you can watch me on NBCBoston.com or YouTube.com/NBC10Boston.
Hey guys, how you all doing? Welcome back again to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. So guys, today we are going to be checking out this video compilation which I was able to gather from my FYP. So feel free to watch them and share your thoughts, your opinion. Let me know what to think about them in the comment section. What do you guys think about the current crisis, hunger crisis? You guys know that the prices of goods have been skyrocketing because of the government shutdown as well. Food stamps has been stripped off from so many Americas. In fact, there's a lot to talk about, but nevertheless guys, watch this clip which I was able to gather for you guys from my FYP, and I will definitely come back to talk more about it.
Guys, the tariffs are in active effect. Look at these clothes in Walmart. All the tags have these bottom pieces. All the tags have these bottom pieces ripped off. But then you find one with the bottom still on. $10.98. The price is raised to $11.98. This is the effect of Donald Trump's tariffs. I'm going to show you a pretty bad one right here. This is on child's clothes. You can see they ripped off the bottom. That's what it's supposed to look like, $6.98. These are up to $10.98 now. That is a $4 increase. And on the ones that there's no bottom price to rip off, they're putting these stickers so you wouldn't know what the old price was. Here's a backpack that was $19.97. Now it's $24.97. While in the store, we saw anywhere from $1 to $8 price increases across products all over the store. If you don't believe me, go to your local, whether it be Walmart or Target, and check this out for yourself. When you're going through the clothing, they forget to rip off. The employees are tasked with ripping off those bottom pieces. They don't get them all. They miss a couple, and that's where you can see what the old price was versus the new price up on the board. This is the effect of Donald Trump's tariffs. My name is Mercedes Chandler. Give me a follow or you won't see my face again. Thank you. Goodbye.
One of the things that's important to remember is that China's standing in the world is growing thanks to Donald Trump's tariffs, because Donald Trump's blanket tariffs have driven China to make deals with other countries, meaning other countries are now saying, oh, China is more important to us. And it has also, by going to other countries, made other countries realize, hey, we don't really need to be as aligned with the United States to survive economically as long as we have deals with China. Trump has helped China and hurt the United States with his blanket tariffs. But what is Trump saying? As usual, it's the opposite of what is true. Donald Trump is saying China may not even make it as a country. Listen to this.
Almost like saying, we don't want to do business with you, but it's probably nicer. Saying you're going to pay 158, 157% tariff is a nicer way of saying that we don't want to do business with you. And if they don't do business with us, I think China's in big trouble. I'll be honest with you. I think China is... I don't know that they even make it. I really do. I believe.
I don't know that China's going to make it. You folks, she is eating Trump's lunch. Eating Trump's lunch. China has diversified. China has become more robust and less dependent on any one point of failure. And Trump goes, oh, as a country, China might not be able to do it.
You won't believe this. Right after the US announced new tariffs on Chinese goods, the Canton Fair didn't slow down. It got completely packed. Let me show you the numbers. Over 200,000 buyers registered. That's up 14% from last year. Every hall was buzzing. The area around the convention center was full of international buyers. It felt like the entire global business world showed up in Guangzhou. What's really interesting is most of them came from Belt and Road countries. So even Trump buys 100% of tariffs, the goalball business with China is still moving forward. What attracted me the most here is the tech. You'll find incredibly cool robotic arms and various humanoid robots. The tech vibe is absolutely amazing. Check this out. There's a robot that works on land and in water, doing everything from patrols to keeping birds away from airports. Then there's the massage robot that actually finds your sore spots. People were lining up to try it. Look at this commercial cleaning robot. It's super popular overseas for its compact size and quiet operation. Next is our quadruped inspection robot, perfect for industrial sites and large facility patrols. It handles different terrains like steps, slopes, and gravel with ease. We also have this collaborative robotic arm that's surprisingly user-friendly. With minimal training, regular staff can operate it for precision tasks. Finally, meet our second-gen D1 series featuring upgraded AI capabilities focused on operational performance. We're excited to bring these innovations to global markets. This year's fair felt like stepping into the future. Now, what's clear is that Chinese manufacturing has totally evolved. It's not just about good prices anymore, it's smart, sustainable, and seriously high-tech. The fair's still going. Follow along for more updates from the ground.
Hi, you want to know what no one's talking about right now? It's Trump quietly pressuring red states to rig their election maps. Not just Texas, but all of them, to flood Congress with fake Republican seats. He's terrified he can't win fair and square. All that talk about being loved by the people, about America being great again, he knows it's all a lie. He sees his approval sinking. He knows Democrats will take back the House and the Senate if the elections are fair. So he's doing what he always does. Cheating. And Democrats, they're asleep at the wheel. No urgency, no counterattack, no plan. The only state even pushing back is California with Proposition 50, which would redraw its maps to cancel out Texas's gerrymander. But after that, silence. Did Democrats really think Trump would stop there? He's now telling red state governors to carve up their maps, silence Democratic voters, lock in Republican control no matter what the people want. And it's a coordinated power grab. This is a 5-alarm fire, folks. So Democrats need to wake up now. Every blue state should be redrawing its maps too. Not because it's ideal, but because it's the only way to fight back against this. For every fake Republican seat, a blue state needs to create one Democratic seat in return. And if that doesn't stop him, Trump will go even further, calling Democratic cities lawless, pushing the Insurrection Act to cancel elections, or refusing to swear in Democrats who win legitimately. He knows Republicans can't win unless they cheat. That's the truth Trump will never admit, because if Trump was really as popular as he says he is, he wouldn't need to cheat at all.
The president loves talking about how when China dumps cheap steel or solar panels on the United States, it's unfair trade practices and it requires starting a global trade war. But now the guy wants to take cheap Argentinian beef and flood the US market with it, driving down US beef prices and hurting American farmers and ranchers. The president's plan has us dumping foreign goods on ourselves and actually using US taxpayer money to do it. Like, even as I'm saying those words out loud, they feel too stupid to be true, but that is quite literally what's happening right now. You know, the last 5 or 6 years have been really difficult for US beef producers between drought, production problems related to COVID, screwworm, the high cost of farming inputs. Like, that has made the market much tougher for American beef producers, including me. And the president's trying to claim that tariffs have made the beef market good, but that's actually not true. Like, over the last 5 years, Argentina has exported roughly $800 million of beef to the US, and they've only imported a couple $1 million of US beef. And on top of it all, the trade war that Trump escalated has actually made it harder to export US beef to other countries. And I will admit that I personally harbor a secret conspiracy theory about all of this, as it relates in particular to the Big Mac.
Wait, do you mean the PP tape?
Because as everybody knows, Donald Trump will often consume multiple Big Macs in a single meal. And even though The Economist's Big Mac Index was actually created to compare currency values across different countries, I think he probably looks at the fact that the Big Mac index in the United States has been skyrocketing as an example of him keeping prices up and not really fighting inflation, which is very true. And the reason he probably wants to import all this Argentinian beef is to drive down the prices of the hamburger, which he sees as an important measure of his success. Which again goes to show you that we are living in the dumbest possible timeline.
Soybean farmers in Arkansas are begging for help from the Trump administration. China has reserved exactly 0 of their crops for purchase behind Trump's unprovoked tariff war, and I'll give you 3 things about it. Thing number 1, oh, now y'all want socialism. I get it. Handouts for white farmers, good. SNAP benefits for poor black kids, bad. After decades of subsidies that disproportionately went to white farmers, now you want the government to jump in and save you once again? I think it's time to pick yourself up by your bootstraps. Thing number 2, your loss, J.D. Vance's gain. The couch cushion Casanova was an early investor in a startup called Acre Traders. They buy up fractional portions of U.S. farmland. This makes your vice president uniquely positioned to capitalize off of all these distressed farms. It's almost as if they have a vested interest in standing by and watching your farm fail. Thing number 3, where the fuck did all those red hats go? Y'all still them boys or nah? Out of all these images coming out of these farmer prayer sessions, I haven't seen one stitch of MAGA regalia. It's funny how all the merch disappears when he's not targeting immigrants and black folk. I guess the cult meeting got canceled when reality showed up. At the end of the day, this is the perfect case of reaping what you sow, but in this instance, the harvest is bitter. But what do you think? Should these farmers get bailed out, or should we just send our warmest thoughts and tariffs? Drop a comment, like, follow, and share. Click the link in my bio and find me on YouTube.
Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please share your thoughts, your opinion. Let me know what you think about them in the comment section. Please like this video and share it to your friends, to your family, and do it to hit on the like button so that more people can also see this video. So stay tuned and see you in my next one.